Welcome to Rap Ability Testing, or RAT for short. If you're coming here from Friday Night Blocks and Funky Friday, or other similar games, then here's some setup things you'll need to know, like scroll options, highway customization, and performance improvements if you need it. If you need to change your controls, you can open up your settings and go one down from gameplay. Now you can set as many keybinds as you want to one note lane or spread the love, and all you have to do is click that keybind to get rid of it. I use DFJK, but you can use other preferences like AS, semi-quote, and semicolon. For those players that have weaker computers, open your settings and go down to graphics. Here you'll find things such as load 3D backgrounds or use simple backgrounds, which simple backgrounds makes it looks more like a Osumania or Quaver gameplay. Camera style you can change to have a different camera in the game. Lobby time you can change to have it night, day, or cycle between the two. These are where you can find your performance options as well. Disable lobby animations I would recommend since it only disables it during matches, not while you're in the game. Screen tear effects can sometimes cause some lag in those pity songs that everyone likes to play when they're 5. Lighting quality is actually pretty fun, but you can mess with that as you like. Enable city billboards, that's something you can ignore if you want to, or you can turn it off to save those extra frames. Render note splashes, which is those splashes you get when you get perfects. If you've never seen one, then that's sad. Miss note fadeaways can be distracting. Whenever you miss a note, it'll be at the bottom of the screen for a moment to show you which lane you missed it in, or if it was a hold note, which can be useful, but at the same time, some people find it annoying or distracting. Decimate lobby makes it to where it's only the base plate. No skyscrapers, no stages, no friends. ADHD machine is that little machine when you're waiting on your opponent that has all your icons and stuff. If there's only one icon, maybe you should gamble. You need to change something with your audio. Right about here is your audio settings. You can change your audio offset, as well as how loud the songs are in the game. If you're in the lobby, the spectating, the in-game music. Hit sounds you can change to Osu, Fine Thud, Project Diva, TF2 Crit, TF2 Hit, TF2 Pan, Switch, Wow, which is funny, and COD Hit. And then that's about it. Missed sounds can be FNF, Undertale, Minecraft, Steve, BFDI, Parappa, or just off as well. I prefer the Undertale. I keep fucking past this stuff. Hit volume you can change, miss volume you can also change, and then the miss audio filter just changes how the audio goes, so it'll go wah 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 wah, a little shaky and stuff. Emotes, you don't really need to touch this, but it's just whenever somebody shows off their icon. You need to customize your highway. When you open settings, it should be in the same section as down scroll in the gameplay settings. Just scroll past the scroll settings, which is ironic, and you'll find highway customization. Highway opacity puts a background to your notes, which is disabled by default, but you can raise the opacity right here. Highway width shows how far apart your note lanes are, which could be useful if you prefer them to be more apart and readable, or more closely together, so you can see which side of your hand has to be playing more. Strum line height changes where your judgment line is. It could be lower to the screen or higher up towards the middle of the screen. You can change this to your preferences. Note scale shows how big your judgment line and notes on the highway are to your screen. You may need to raise or lower this depending on where your highway width is, since if your highway width is too close together and you try to raise note scale, then it will overlap and a warning will tell you so. HUD bounce is where you can change how much the HUD bounces when the beat is hit. You can also disable this and have it to where special effects can bypass this if you want it to. But I usually keep this on, since I vibe with the beat. For those wanting to change their scroll settings, when you first open the settings, it should be right here. But if you're in the settings, going through, trying to find other options, then it should pop up in gameplay. Down scroll is your usual scrolling from the top towards the bottom of the screen. Middle scroll is your usual go from either the right or the left towards the middle of the screen, while your opponent has a smaller screen off to the side. Prefer quant just changes the note colors to where when you if it lands on a certain beat, it will be a one color or it will be a different color. And it'll be another color if it's a triplet. Auto skip outros is for those songs that have a long outro that has nothing in it, which means there's no more notes for you to play on your side or the opponent's side. And custom scroll speed is for those that don't want to play at 6 scroll speed when they play too fast. So yeah, that's pretty much all the useful settings in the game. There's other settings, but you may not even need to touch them, like offsets and stuff like that. So yeah, here's the credits, the song, and the developers of the game. I hope you enjoy. Have fun!